Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. How is everybody doing this morning? I'm sorry Coffee Talk is late. I needed to sleep. I am in Los Angeles, as you know, and I was just honestly so tired. Michael had been out of town. It was just me and the kids. Charlie was up at 5:45 in the morning every day, so I just slept. So thank you for understanding. Anyway, let's jump right in to what. Okay, Alana's in the shower. I kind of love that, you little naked thing. You little cheeky thing, you. Okay, so first of all, watching the Oscars last night, I caught the end because I flew in and I got to my apartment here and watching the Oscars. Now, I'm watching the whole thing and I see, as somebody who's worked in television for a long time, here's what I see that you guys probably don't notice. As Warren Beatty is talking, I see him do what is known in our industry as a stall. I see Warren Beatty stall, and I think something's not right. He's stalling. There's a reason. And I see him show Faye Dunaway the envelope as if to say, this isn't right. This is why I'm stalling. And Faye Dunaway thinks he wants her to read what's in the envelope. So Faye Dunaway says, La La Land. You see Warren Beatty's face go like this. Okay? He knows it's not La La Land. He knows it's not La La Land, but he's stuck in this vortex of disaster and he doesn't know what to do. You have to remember, it is live television and these people are actors who are used to having a script. People always go, but they're actors. And I go, yeah, but actors are trained to bring the words on pages to life. They are not always great off the cuff live. Not all actors can do live well. They can do scripts well. They can't do live well. Warren Beatty should have said, but again, hindsight is always 20/20. But Warren Beatty should have said, I know this is weird, folks, but I just want to double check that we have the right envelope. But that is a very scary thing to do on live television. Okay? We could all say what we would have done. We don't know what we would have done. We just don't know. We can't know. So anyway, Faye Dunaway says that everybody comes up on stage. Now, here's the second thing that I saw that I knew something was wrong. Something was going down in the DMs. I see a man break the fourth wall. Okay? So what does that mean? Break the fourth wall, right? A man comes on stage with his earpiece on, right? Obviously a producer comes on stage in the middle of the crowd and starts grabbing envelopes from people. As soon as I saw that, the second I saw a producer break the fourth wall, I knew Warren Beatty had the wrong envelope. I said to my friend, La La Land didn't win Best Picture. He was like, yes, it did. I'm like, no, it didn't. And here we go. The producer is on stage on live television. A producer will never, ever, if you've ever watched like Ellen DeGeneres or one of those shows, anytime they refer to a producer, you'll notice that Ellen or someone has to say, go over there, and they'll pan the camera over to break the fourth wall. Nobody ever wants to break the fourth wall. They do not want you guys ever to see that there are producers or people behind the scenes working. They want you to think it's Jimmy Kimmel on stage, it's seamless, and it's just Jimmy, and it's amazing, right? Anyway, long story short, I knew the second I saw the producer come on stage and break the fourth wall that Warren Beatty had the wrong envelope. And I said, here we go. This is going to be an absolute shit show. Where's my popcorn? I will say this. I don't know the producer of La La Land personally. He handled it with such grace to say, Moonlight, you guys actually won Best Picture. Please come up here and whatever. It was awkward. It was whatever. But we could all say, what would have happened if this happened? What would have happened if that happened? But we're wasting our breath. I found out that here's what I learned. After 10 years, a whole decade of talking shit about people, you don't get any skinnier talking shit. And at this point, I'm not at 40. I'm not exerting energy to do anything that does not bring me peace, make me more healthy, or healthier, or make me thinner. And here's the thing. It was what it was. It went down the way it went down. And I was just like, hi, Corey, Tippy. Long story short, it was interesting, and it'll be Waterhouse, Price, Cooper, Duper, whatever their names are. They're in big trouble. So that is what really they're calling for an investigation. But whatever, I'll keep my opinions about that to myself, because that's not what we're here for. All right, so I want to tell you this story. So last night I went to dinner with my friend, and by the way, you know the movie Breakin'. I saw Breakin' when I was 8 years old, and it changed my life. Hi, Mary. I saw Breakin' and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo when I was 8 years old, and it changed my life. It was the first time in my life that I realized I could be whatever I wanted to be. If I wanted to be a white girl who was a breakdancer, I could be that. Even though my mom said that Jewish girls from New Jersey couldn't be breakdancers, I felt like I totally could be. And this movie made me feel that way. It validated how I felt on the inside. And I appreciated that. Y'all, can I see some hearts? Can you guys give me some hearts? Because these mad faces are killing my coffee buzz. All right. So anyway, if somebody would have told 8-year-old Jamie that 40-year-old Jamie was going to be friends with Shabba-Doo, who played Ozone in Breakin', 8-year-old Jamie would have died 1,000 deaths. I would have died 1,000 deaths if somebody would have said to me, hey, don't worry, because 32 years from now, you're going to be friends with him, and he's going to love you. Okay? So, long story short, he and I are friends, and last night we got together, and we had dinner, and we talked. You know, he's 61 now. Melinda, if you don't want to give hearts, you need to go somewhere. Okay. So last night we went to dinner, and we were having like a real heart-to-heart conversation about life and about decisions that we make as we get older, okay? He is 61, okay? And he was looking back on his life, and we were talking about mistakes that we make and decisions that we make, and he was talking about women and affairs and decisions that we make. And, you know, when he was young, he was on tour with Madonna. He was choreographing Lionel Richie's All Night Long video. He was one of the first lockers on Soul Train. He was a legend. And he was literally traveling the world as a legend. Now, I'm not making excuses for anybody's behavior, but when you listen to him talk about going around the world and all of these women and all of these opportunities and all of this temptation, okay, so I hear about all of it, and we talk about things that I've been through and decisions that I've made and things that have been done to me, and we talk about all of this, and I say to him, what did you learn? What is the lesson in all of this that you would share with other people? And he said, the truth is this: if you can get through it, and not a lot of people can, he said, at 61, I'm tired. I'm tired of the running around. I'm tired of the chase. I'm tired of, different women. I'm tired of all of these things that I thought were so important. And at the end of the day, I just miss, like, my wife. And I said to him, so would you tell people who go through affairs and go through these things, would you tell them to try to ride it out? And he said, listen, if you can work through it and keep your eyes focused on the big picture and know that we make mistakes, we get knocked down, we work through things, and that there will be one day where you will just want to hold hands and be together. And I said to him, well, what would you say to the people that go like, oh, what? So I should just let him run around and cheat for 20 years because when he's 60, he's not going to want to do it anymore? And he thought, and he said, no, I don't really like that either. That doesn't work for me either. All I can tell you is that big picture, if you want to grow old together, find a way to work through it, because you always think that what's on the other side is better. And at the time, it really feels that way. Your mind convinces you that it's better. And then you find yourself in a place where you realize it's really not. It's not better. It doesn't feel good. And you're alone. And I thought, God, you're alone. That is the thing, is that you get to a place and you are alone, even if you are surrounded by people. Anyway, it got me thinking about some of the things that Michael and I have been through together in our marriage, and how many times I have felt justified in wanting to walk away, okay? How many times I knew that if I left him, people would clap their hands and say, yeah, you are right to leave him. You have every right to leave him. Yet I stayed and I worked it out. And he stayed with me because there were times that I made bad decisions. And I'm not saying, Nicole, I'm not saying that anybody should take back a cheater. Okay? This is not, coffee talk is not, it's never hard and fast. We can't know what other people are going through. It's just a conversation to get you thinking. Okay? I do believe that there could be, first of all, this is crucial. There are plenty of ways to be an infidel in your marriage and never touch another person. Infidelity in a marriage is not only sex with other people. It is gross mistrust. It is financial mistrust. It is, there are plenty of ways where you can break vows and never, ever touch another person. So I think a lot of times people think, well, he never cheated, or well, she never cheated, but this still doesn't feel right. Then it might not be, okay? But I'm jumping around. Again, what I'm saying is that it was very interesting for me to hear an older man's perspective, to hear an older man's view on looking back at his life and saying, if I could give advice to younger people, younger men like me, you will get to a point where you don't have the energy to do what you're doing, and you will feel completely alone. I don't think that young people believe that. I think that they will feel that free and that excited forever. And that is where a lot of the mistakes are made. We walk away from situations because we believe that what we found is better, and then we look back and we go, oh, man, I don't know if it was worth it. I just don't know if it was worth it. Look, the beautiful thing about Coffee Talk is you can take what you need, right? It's give a penny, leave a penny. That's what it is. Take a penny, leave a penny. If you hear something that helps you, beautiful. You may hear something that you were meant to hear for someone else. You may listen to a Coffee Talk that does not affect you or impact you in any way, but 2 days from now, someone you love will need it. And you will say, you know what? I just heard a conversation about this. Let's talk. I think sometimes perspective from older people is invaluable, which is why I'm doing my series, my I'm doing a Coffee Talk, the Quarter Life Crisis series for millennials, for young people, 20-somethings who feel completely lost in a world that's telling them they have to have it all figured out by 22. Meanwhile, I was like an actual train wreck at 22, okay? And I was the conductor and the caboose of that train. So I was driving myself directly into the shit show and then keeping myself there. So when you listen to Coffee Talk, if it doesn't pertain to you, right? If you listen to it and you go, yeah, I got nothing from that, hold on to it anyway, because it may be that somebody else needs you. That's all I'm saying. Coffee Talk is just a conversation in the morning to get us thinking, to get our blood flowing. Think of it as intellectual stimulation, sex for your mind. Good sex, I hope. I love you guys so much. Thank you to everybody who shares these videos. And y'all be nice to each other. Be good to each other. I love you so much. And I think that I need to do a Coffee Talk tomorrow about other ways that people can be infidels in their marriage. Because I think some people need validation in feeling like what is happening to them in their marriage isn't textbook cheating, but is breaking their heart. And they need to hear that, yeah, there are other ways that you can be an infidel in your marriage and never put your hands on another person. So I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. All right. I love you guys so much. You really can't know how much I love you. I talked about it last night at dinner for like 30 minutes. Sky was like, okay, I get it. You love these people you don't know. I was like, oh, but I do know them. But I do. All right. I love you guys. Have such a great, great day.